Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Wuthering Waves 2.1 is a couple of weeks away now, and with it, of course, we are getting two new characters, these characters being Phoebe and Brant. Now, of course, Phoebe is the first character to be released in Phase 1, so this video will be about just a quick sort of rundown, should you pull for her. Just to preface this video, of course, this is just my opinion, or rather, a slight bit of advice, but ultimately in gacha, you pull who you want to pull. In Wuthering Waves especially, you don't have to be a slave to the meta, unlike some games. Now, off the bat, she is a main DPS, and a Spectro DPS at that. So of course you can already think, oh well, Jinshi, what's going to happen to Jinshi? Don't worry, these two characters are completely different. I don't think she will power creep Jinshi. I don't think that will happen at all, which is, I guess, a reason not to pull it if you already have Jinshi. Now, she does offer a very unique playstyle. Rover got buffed recently in 2.0 to add a Spectral Frazzle effect to her kit. Now, Phoebe will work very similar, where she will go off of Spectral Frazzle stacks and apply Spectral Frazzle stacks of her own. Now, of course, she is the first main DPS to do this. So if you want a sort of alternative playstyle that uses a new mechanic, if you like stuff like that, then she's a good pull, because she's the first. It's kind of like a dot character almost, but also focuses on dealing damage while that dot is applied. Kind of like, I guess, Kafka in Star Rail, aka more dot on the target, more damage. She has a pretty free-to-play friendly team, of course. She can be paired with any healer, and actually, Spectral Rover is her support. That is probably her best team, just of course, so it keeps the Spectral Frazzle stacks up on the target. So ultimately, she has a pretty free-to-play friendly team. Now, personally, I will not be going for her, but that's only because I'm saving for 2.2. Now, we are getting a lot of new characters coming up post 2.2. We're getting a new healer called Cantarella. We are getting, of course, Cartethia, which is going to be an Aero main DPS. I don't have Jian, so that's another reason. We're also going to get Frolova as well, and she's probably going to be absolutely busted. And I just love my Havoc DPSs, you know? Of course, that is just my personal situation, but of course there are probably some people that are in my situation as well. I have every unit apart from Jian and Rochia, so I guess my opinion is somewhat valid, considering that I've pulled for every unit apart from 2. Of course, ultimately, you want bang for your buck. Now, I do think Phoebe is a strong candidate. She's a pretty good DPS. I've seen her gameplay. She looks quite fun, actually. Like, gameplay-wise, her visuals look good. Very sort of, like, glass shattering. Sort of, like, very holy, I guess, because she is sort of a follower to the Order, of course. So she is very quote-unquote religious. However, in my opinion, if you do have Jinshi and her weapon, you have a good Spectro team already, then it's best to either save for Brant, who's coming right after, by the way, who is going to be a Chang-Li support. I'm pretty sure he's a fusion support, but he's a support slash healer, so he might be more support than healer. We don't really know his kit yet. Obviously, we know his weapon and stuff like that, but he's probably going to fit into more teams than Phoebe would. Then again, team synergy in this game is very flexible, which I really love. Again, unlike some games. If you are new to the game, I'd say definitely get her. She's probably going to be a pretty good unit going into the future. Since she is the first sort of dot unit, there might be an archetype slowly building up as the updates progress that give dot more power. I'm just going to call it dot because it is a damage over time effect. I'm not going to do any sort of number analysis in this video, just because most 5-star DPSs in this game are viable, apart from maybe Ling Yang. Even you can technically make him work if you have the right team. Most DPSs in this game are viable, so she's not a bad pick. Ultimately, it really just depends on your situation. I'd say if you're new and you struggle with damage, then get her. If you are fine with damage like me, I have an S2 Carlotta and an S2 Camellia and Chang-Li and Jinshi. I have a lot of damage, basically. I'm saving myself for supports and stuff like that. So again, if you have damage, then I would recommend a skip, or unless you just really like her. But at the end of the day, it's up to you guys, isn't it? Let me know if you're going to pull Phoebe. I'm kind of sat on the fence. Like, I do want to pull her just for the aesthetic, but I also do want to save. Of course, we are all entitled to do whatever the hell we want. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.